Live from the Weazel News headquarters in downtown Los Santos. It's late night with your host, Chip Seaman. This is Weazel News.
Weazel News, Eye in the Sky, caught its very first crime in progress. 2 robberies at the Fleeca Bank. In a crime straight out of a Vinewood thriller, 3 masked bandits pulled off a daring art heist at the La Fuente Blanca gallery. Engines roared and egos revved as Los Santos car lovers packed Fitz Auto for its grand opening and first ever car show. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Late Night with me, Chip Seaman. Tonight, we cover a week's worth of the biggest stories here in our city. We start with the Fleeca Bank, which was robbed twice in the span of 2 days. History was made as our newly launched Eye in the Sky captured its very first live footage of a crime in progress. Now get this, the aerial unit wasn't even supposed to be there. It was originally en route to cover another robbery when it stumbled right into the middle of this one. I guess you could say, in Los Santos, crime really does come to you. The Eye in the Sky recorded exclusive footage of the suspects bolting from the scene just moments before the alarm was triggered. Authorities say there are no injuries or property damage, but as usual, the suspects vanished faster than your paycheck after a night at Bahama Mama's. This incident marks the second robbery at the same branch in just 2 days, fueling fears that Los Santos may be facing a new wave of coordinated financial crime.
Early right here at the Fleeca, once again being struck by another robbery. It appears that there is 2 suspects inside, holding 1 hostage at gunpoint. There are cops on the scene. It is absolute chaos. There was an explosion earlier. This is Weazel News, Curly White reporting.
Bank officials are hinting at beefing up security, and frankly, they might want to start with hiring tellers who can find the panic button. Meanwhile, economic experts are urging to remain calm, warning the panic withdrawals could make the situation even worse. The Eye in the Sky now fully operational, Weazel News will be bringing you real-time coverage from above, keeping Los Santos informed, aware, and hopefully out of handcuffs. In other news, in what authorities are calling a first-of-its-kind crime, the luxurious La Fuente Blanca art gallery was robbed earlier this week in a daring, highly coordinated heist that has police scratching their heads and art critics clutching their pearls. 3 suspects, 2 men and 1 woman, carried out the operation with surgical precision. The 2 male suspects were dressed in denim jackets, cowboy hats, and bandanas, while the female suspect was seen rocking a cow print puffy coat that made her look like she just walked off a Vinewood fashion runway straight into a felony. During the robbery, the crew reportedly took a female hostage at gunpoint and forced her, along with an officer, to play a twisted game of Simon Says, while the others stripped the gallery walls of high-value paintings. Thankfully, no one was harmed, though it's safe to say the hostage won't be signing up for any game nights anytime soon. Captain Rubbles told reporters that the suspects escaped with multiple paintings worth tens of thousands of dollars. A brief pursuit followed, but officers were unable to apprehend the trio after what was described as vehicle complications. In other words, folks, the police didn't do their job. One cyclist nearly avoided becoming modern art himself as the suspect sped off, and aside from a few dented patrol cars, there were no other damages reported. Authorities are calling this a troubling sign of a more sophisticated era of organized crime in the city, a mix of disguise, deception, and high-stakes theatrics that's becoming the city's newest criminal trend. Last night, citizens from across Los Santos rolled up and showed off at the grand opening of Fitz Auto and its very first car show. The event drew crowds of car lovers, grease monkeys, and people who just wanted free food. And boy, was there plenty of it. Food trucks from restaurants all across the city lined the lot, serving up their best dishes, all on the house. That's right, free tacos, free burgers, and probably a few free food poisoning scares. But hey, that's Los Santos hospitality. Participants brought out their most expensive rides, all hoping to be crowned one of the 3 show winners. After a long and definitely not biased deliberation, the judges made their call. Taylor Capri took home the top prize with a ride straight out of Jurassic Park. We're talking full dinosaurs here. And walked away with a brand new, one-of-a-kind car. Meanwhile, Jesse Sass and Eve Blackwood each snagged prizes of their own, for their impressive builds and questionable parking jobs. Owner Gerald Fitz and his crew thanked everyone for the amazing turnout, calling it a roaring success. And remember folks, when you inevitably crash that freshly tuned ride during a red light drag race, make sure to stop by Fitz Auto for all your repairs, upgrades, and emotional support needs. And finally, Koi is inviting you to their grand opening on October 25th at 7 p.m. Journey back in time dressed in your best mobster attire. Join them for a costume contest, a vehicle contest, and of course, free food and drinks. And that's it for tonight, folks. Thank you for joining me, Chip Seaman, here on Late Night.